Welcome to the Listening Time Podcast. If this is your first time listening, I'm glad you found this podcast because it's designed to help you practice your listening skills with me. So in each episode, I talk about a different topic or a couple different topics, and I speak about these topics naturally. I talk with normal words and phrases and expressions, but I speak a little bit more slowly and a little bit more clearly than the average native speaker speaks. So I don't read a script or anything like that. I'm not reading anything. I'm just speaking as the words come to my mind, but I'm speaking in a way that's a little bit easier for you to understand. So this should help you reach the level where you can eventually understand well and understand real native speech when speakers speak fast. So I'm sure this will be a helpful resource for you. Also, remember that the transcript is available for every episode. You can find the transcript for this episode in the details part of the episode. So if you want to listen to this episode multiple times and use the transcript to help you understand the words that you didn't understand the first time you listened, that's a great resource for you as well. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about pets. This is a popular topic. I think a lot of you probably have pets and like to talk about your pets. So this should be good. Are your ears ready? You know what time it is. It's listening time. Okay, so today we're going to talk about pets. Pets are animals that you keep with you at your house. So they're not wild animals, they're domesticated. We use the word domesticated to talk about animals that have been trained to live with humans, right? They're not going to attack you or eat you. They're friendly around humans. So let's talk a little bit about some of the benefits, the advantages of having pets, and some of the disadvantages of having pets. First of all, I think the main benefit that people enjoy when they have a pet is the company of having this animal. So this is more valid with animals like dogs and cats. It might not be the same if you have a bird or an iguana or something like that. But for dogs and cats, they offer you companionship. Companionship just means the act of being with someone else, right? They're with you. They live alongside you. Usually they're friendly with you. They're your companion. So that's one of the main benefits of having pets, especially dogs, I think. And another big benefit is that they force you to exercise. Again, this is talking primarily about dogs, but I think dogs are the most popular pet, so I'll use them as an example. So when you have a dog, usually you have to take the dog out and walk the dog. We use the verb walk to talk about putting your dog on the leash, that thing that you put around its neck and hold, and you take him outside. You walk the dog. Okay? So when you walk the dog, you get exercise. It forces you to be on your feet, walk, maybe even run, but it forces you to be active. And so that's another benefit of having a dog in particular. And one other benefit that having a pet gives is that it teaches children responsibility. So in the U.S., for example, parents often buy their children some kind of pet to teach their children how to be responsible, right? They have to take care of this other living creature. They have to feed it and clean its environment and maybe play with it and give it water and all these different things. So parents often use this to help children learn that they need to be responsible for other things and take care of other things and responsibilities. So that's another advantage of pets. So there are also disadvantages of having pets. One of those disadvantages is that it takes time out of your day. This could be a good thing. For example, if you really like walking your dog or, feeding your pet or cleaning their cage, if you really like these activities, then this isn't a big problem. But for many of us, this might be a disadvantage because we have to take extra time out of our day to dedicate to this animal. So that's one disadvantage. Another disadvantage could be the space that the animal needs. For example, if you're a dog owner, you know that dogs often need space, especially if you have a big dog. If they don't have space to run around, then they can get very anxious or frustrated. So this can limit you. For example, if you want to buy an apartment or rent an apartment, but you have a dog and that apartment doesn't have a lot of space, then you probably can't choose that option. You have to choose a more expensive option with more space or with a backyard or an outdoor area. So that could be a disadvantage as well. And then one other disadvantage, one other con, as we say it. A con is the opposite of a pro. A pro is an advantage and a con is a disadvantage. So we say pros and cons. One other con of having pets is that they can oftentimes disrupt your life. The verb disrupt means to interfere or make changes to something in a way that wasn't planned. So we call these interferences disruptions. So for example, maybe I'm working, I'm talking to a student, and then the dog starts barking and disrupts my class. In this case, this is a disruption. It's some kind of interference that I didn't plan, and I have to do something about it. So this is an example of a disruption. They can also disrupt your plans for like travel or things like that. If you have many pets, it's hard to travel because you need to take care of these pets. And so you might need to pay money or hire someone to watch your pets for you while you're gone. And there's a lot that you need to think about, I think. So let's talk about dogs in particular. and then we'll talk about cats.